Good afternoon, brothers. Uh, we're going to share a little bit of ideas, today. And I try to submit about, then we talk about the money which is stolen from us in Africa, our own peoples, our own president, who them stole our money, loot our money, and keep it in the Europe continent, And the Europeans use that money to develop them country, making them business. And we are still, with the African nation peoples, we are still suffering, living in poor system. And them, those who give, we give them, we keep our monies, our leaders keep their monies over there, them banks and them countries, them are calling us poor peoples as well. So, I will mention some of those peoples who them keep African money in Swiss banks and other Israel's Cayman, so that this amount which them are keeping for that places, they will bring that money, to African bank, so that African bank will use that money to develop Africa. At the same time, them will get income about the money if they bring the money for Africa, for who to use that money to develop Africa, because we need the money to develop Africa in the ocean, because we have our country in virgin for everything. We need to do everything new, start from zero. As we start, when we get independent, we'll start everything from zero. And we'll have to continue to do it today. Really. So, those who them loot African money, they keep it in Switzerland. They must bring the money and to the bank, African bank, so that Africa will use that money to develop Africa, and at the same time, they will get income on their monies. They will not lose. Now, if they didn't do that, then meanwhile, we must chase them, find them, and put them in prison, whether they are alive or not, because some of them are not alive. They pass away. Those are what I'm gonna mention them names. Some of them pass away, but that does not mean that the money also pass away. No, the money is sit there in those banks. So, first of all, I'm gonna mention somebody like Mugabe, or how they call that man, Zimbabwe president, the one who passed away. I'm gonna mention this man. His name Ofobwain. He passed away too. Mobutu. He passed away too, and it's the Republican Democratic of the Congo, the former president. He's more richer than his own country. All his businesses, all this kind of property which he left for the Europeans. The Europeans must bring that issue for Africa, because we need it. That money, we need it to develop our nation. Okay. Went to Guinea Equatorial, Obia. Yeah. Also, he keep his money in Switzerland too. Come to Cameroon president, Paul Bingjao, who be that? Also get his amount for Switzerland too. Come to Nigeria, Obasanjo, and the rest. They might also get them amounts for that side. Way down to Ghana, J.J. Lawrence also have money over there for Switzerland, including Kofi Annan also have money over there. And I think that our former president, which is Kufuor, also got money over there. He stole the money, he keep it there, because when they take the loan from the Europeans or the Chinese peoples, that loan where they're supposed to use that money to develop the nation. No, they keep the money for their own self. They keep the money for their own self. You see, for the olden days, the European says, I read some book. That book, what is called Black Mother, yeah, Black Mother, wrote by this writer, which is called B. Davison. That book made me know that those days, when the Europeans come for our nation, they sell, they give guns to our people, they sell guns to them, so that they will change the guns for, human being, they change for that. Then they convince them that if they get guns, they can, conquer them enemies. So our people, when they fight for chief or the king, fight for another side. When you get those guys, then you use them as a prisoners, and that prisoners can be his slaves, and that slaves he changed that slave for ammunition. Now this slave things continue. We know it's continue, but it continue with different way. How the way it continue? Now they give them money, they go to the World Bank or whatever else, borrow the money, and they keep it for their own bank, and they send a nation for them. So now Chinese man can come Africa and misbehave over there, beat African man over there. Do whatever shit what she want over there, and nobody else can do nothing for her. For she or for her, yeah. It's the same like the Europeans too. They can come there and do everything what they want. Nobody can do nothing for them. As right now, we see how the way Americans, France, put them bases in all African nations. And now we talking about come together, African Union. And we saw how the way the same people who talking about the union, you set the nation for these people. Because you allowed them, for them to put them bases over in our nation. All our nation is full up of military bases there. You people said this, give this contract to them. You already set the nation. And now we pretend to tell us that we want to develop, we want to come together. Really, we want to come together. But what about this issue, which is you people set the nation for the Europeans. Kwame Nkrumah lets we know that the former colonized never left with us. She's still behind we. So we must be careful with them. If you didn't keep it our freedom well, when they come back again, it will be worse. The man never lied. Now we saw them over there. They put it in bases. When Nkrumah get our first African independence, which is Ghana, when we get our independence, the man says it's dangerous to see foreigners military bases based in Africa. And that time it's in South Africa. Right now, that military basis is not only South Africa, it's all around Africa. Them own self create, them own self, American and France peoples create this kind of terrorists, and now they pretend to say that no, we are coming to defend you people in Africa because there is terrorists. And I'm asking you, who them create that terrorist peoples? Is it not you people? You people create terrorists from Afghanistan way down to Syria, and these terrorists can spread way down to Nigeria. And we African peoples are watching. We are African people. Our leaders are scared. Why? Because they go to borrow them money. They hold them money. So they cannot speak. They cannot say the truth. Brother, who listen to me? Sister, who listen to me? Mama, who listen to me? We must know that they sell weed already. They must sell weed already. So now it's hardly for you to, develop. But never, nothing lasts. There's nothing late. No matter how it is, if we organize and realize that the nation, the African nation is for we the Africans, then we can fight with them. Because them are few. We are more than them. The poor people in Africa, we the youths, which are poor, we the youths, which we are not inside of them politics system, we are more than those are making the politics. So we can overcome them. It doesn't matter what will happen to us. For instance, who I'm talking now, I don't care to die. I don't care for them to put me in prison. I speak for my freedom. I speak for my peoples. I speak for my generation coming. Because if I didn't, a time will come, I will regret. And my portion or my contribution is this way, because I don't have no access. My contribution is this way. How for me to speak out so that you and I, both of you, we can understand that we must to push on. We must to realize and do things as it is. Just you imagine, right now, any African student doesn't want to speak his own language. We know how to write French like more than the French peoples. We know how to speak write English more than the English peoples. But we don't know. None of us know how to write our own language. If I'm not lying, those are born from 1970s coming. If I'm not lying, we can't. Why? Because they didn't teach us. Why? Because they don't want for you to know. But now we know. So we must fight with it. So my brother who listened to me in this video, I might share my idea with you. So for you to prepare, for you to realize that this fight is all of us. It's our own. The fight is for all of us. No African, no black man can say that, no, it doesn't concern me. It's your problem. It's your concern. It's concern we Africans. We the blacks, the mostly. Because those Arabians, when they speak to them Arabians, they will pack them outside. You can see for this kind of Dubai, all those places, how the way the Arabians treating the blacks. And we know from the history, is it through them we make these kind of Europeans too, they follow the same route to misbehave to us. So it's time for me and you realize and wake up to do the right thing so that this nation it will remain for the generation coming, and it will remain for the rest and the generation. So so that this generation can do better, so that the next generation coming, they will say that yes, those them do the right thing. So I will end my video here today. And we'll still get conversation one more time again. Yeah. Love you. One Africa. One love. We need one Africa. One love. One Africa. Just we need. It's only one Africa we need. We don't need more Africa. One Africa. One with our own language. Not outsiders' languages. We need our own language. It's a very shame. African and African who cannot speak one a language which is coming from Africa, we have to speak language from European. Even though right now they are fighting to speak even Chinese language itself, and we left our own. So I will end my speech here. We see another day. Thank you.